Alright everybody, and welcome back to another edition here of Monday Night Raw. How y'all doing? My name is Dominic behind the commentator table, and we are live and sold out in Indianapolis, Indiana for what is set to be one hell of an episode. Okay, we got matches such as the Lucha Dragons taking on the War Raiders. We've got Toni Storm taking on Shayna Baszler. We got the Brock Lesnar Open Challenge to main event the show. However, that's all the way at the end of the show because we're kicking it off right now with Dolph Ziggler as he is set for action against AJ Styles. Now, Dolph Ziggler, he's had a fair number of ups and downs over the past few months. Okay, he's gotten some big wins, but he's also had a fair number of losses to go with it. Okay, it's about a 50-50 win-loss record, give or take a few. However, even though he has had a fairly okay to decent run here on Raw, he doesn't seem to have that oomph. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem to pick up any epic win over anybody, okay? It's always outshined by either his opponent's feuds with someone else, outshined by either his performance against the competitor, okay? He might kick someone's ass, but in the end, he might lose, okay? Or he might just get an upset victory, okay, well, I can't even continue what I was saying, because Tommaso Ciampa just came out here. What the hell? Well, Ciampa just attacked AJ Styles at ringside, tossing him into the steel steps. But AJ Styles, is he gonna okay? Well, AJ Styles getting blindsided by Tommaso Ciampa. Oh God, and it seems as though he still wants to fight, and Dolph Ziggler is bringing it all right to AJ Styles as Ziggler leaps up into the air and connects with the elbow drop to the chest, but Tommaso Ciampa, what in the hell is a drop kick there by AJ Styles? He's still trying to fight back in the cover. No, not even a 1 count there as Ziggler gets up behind him. And now here we go, Dolph Ziggler looking to lay in the punishment. AJ Styles deciding to continue the fight. Okay, he's trying to make some sort of comeback. Okay, he's trying to regroup as Dolph Ziggler tosses him away. Oh God, and a slap to the back of the head. And another one for good measure by Dolph Ziggler, showing the complete disrespect as those vicious forearm strikes connect before the right hands follow him up. However, AJ Styles pushes him off. Oh, wait a second, Dolph Ziggler now takes down Styles. He seems to have something in mind. Oh God, and again with the slap to the back of the head, trying to wake him up perhaps. However, he gets dropped down onto the mat, and there you see the cockiness of Dolph Ziggler pointing at himself, saying, "It's all about me, baby," as AJ Styles rolls to the outside, perhaps a good idea. However, Ziggler, oh wait a second, as soon as AJ tries to get back into the ring, Ziggler catches him. A rope hung neck breaker connecting by Dolph Ziggler, okay, slamming the back of his neck, back of his head, right into the mat. As Ziggler is staring down at AJ Styles, who's slow to get up. However, Ziggler decides, you know what, I'm just going to pick you up and push you across the ring. Drop kick connects, picture perfect. Okay, AJ Styles is not looking good right now, not in the slightest. Okay, being attacked by Ciampa, I don't think he's still really processed how to turn his attention back to Dolph Ziggler. Okay, he's trying to fight back nonetheless with that forearm strike, however. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this might be the moment AJ Styles needs. However, Ziggler turns him around again, trying to get him all discombobulated before launching himself into the corner, and AJ Styles, there you see him, he just laid out flat on his face. Okay, the steel steps colliding with him before the match by Tommaso Ciampa, who did not hold him back as that super kick connects taking out Styles. 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler with the cockiness on display. And as you see there, the cockiness was well worth it. As Tommaso Ciampa, bam! There you see in the replay. Okay, honestly, that's the whole reason probably why Dolph Ziggler won this one. Okay, AJ Styles, he couldn't get into it following that attack by Ciampa, and all he got in the end was a super kick right to the mouth. As there you see Dolph Ziggler, a big win. Hopefully this is the win to launch himself into the superstar status that he so desperately wants to be in. As, ladies and gentlemen, later on tonight, two superstars in their own right, Shayna Baszler and Toni Storm, are gonna be in action. Toni Storm losing her chance at the NXT Women's title in the main event of TakeOver. Let's see if she'll get a victory here on Monday Night Raw against the Submission Magician. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of UFC competitors, speaking of MMA cage fighters, Brock Lesnar is coming back to Raw. He once again is hungry, and he's looking to feed on the bones and the flesh of anybody who decides to answer his open challenge tonight. However, before we get to that, we got a few more matches to get through, like this one. Tag team action. The Lucha Dragons are taking on the Raw Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders. Now, last week, Sin Cara decided to team up with Rey Mysterio in tag team action, looking to show Kalisto a few things with the modern-day legend by his side. However, instead, it was Sin Cara who fell to the Undisputed Era's Adam Cole and Roderick Strong. And speaking of the Undisputed Era, cheap plug, but Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish will be taking on the War Raiders for the Raw Tag Team titles after defeating the Revival for that opportunity. But right now, the War Raiders are looking to focus on the Lucha Dragons. Okay, Sin Cara and Kalisto teaming up to perhaps show the world that perhaps maybe they should become the next challenging team for the Raw Tag Team titles. Well, we're gonna find that out right now, as there you see the big man Hanson on the left and the incredibly strong Rowe on the right. It's all about the tag team titles, those belts, when it comes to the in-ring tag team competition here on the Red brand. And right now we're going to be seeing if the War Raiders will win this potential war with the Lucha Dragons, or perhaps the high-flying antics of Kalisto and Sin Cara will somehow get the job done. We're going to find that out momentarily. Of course, these two teams have met before in in-ring competition, where the War Raiders handily defeated Sin Cara and Kalisto. Let's see if they can do it again right freaking now. Okay, of course, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish most likely watching this one wherever they are, whether it's backstage, whether it's in their own homes, as the bell rings. Let's get into it as Sin Cara with the boot to the stomach and now bouncing off the ropes before bouncing his forearm off the head. Oh, God! Of Rowe before getting met with a vicious Superman punch. 1 count. No, it doesn't get that job done. As Sin Cara gets picked up here. Suplex position. No way, he gets out of it. He flips out of it. And Sin Cara immediately throws Rowe into the corner. Makes the tag to Kalisto. This is exactly what you want to do against the tag team champions. Oh, use your double team advantage to get the job done, as you just saw Sin Cara launching Kalisto into the corner, as now Rowe gets launched into the corner. Oh, wait a second. He pushes Kalisto off, stopping the dropkick from connecting with the chest, as it seems as though Kalisto gets thrown down and he connects with the mat before an overhand punch to the top of the skull by Rowe, as Kalisto gets thrown into the corner. Oh, God, another punch there. As Kalisto trying to fight back and forth between Rowe and Kalisto right now. Okay, Kalisto in a tremendous high flyer, one of the best of the modern era, as Hansen and Rowe look to make him fly up into the air before dropping him down hard onto the mat. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count trademark War Raiders tag team offense as Kalisto, oh my god, connects. Okay, launching himself off the middle rope into that, I believe it was meant to be a drop kick. However, it almost turned into like the double knees into the chest, as now, no, only a 1 count there by the referee. Okay, I don't know if he got all of what he wanted to do. However, he got all of that one. The Hurricane Rana on Hansen, the big man, fighting back with the vicious strikes on Kalisto, who is in the corner alongside Sin Cara. There's now a Hurricane Rana there, beautifully executed on the big man. And Hansen now, he's slow to get up, but in the end he does. As he's about to bear witness to more offense by the Lucha Dragons. Kalisto holding him in place for a vicious boot to the face as a cover 2. No, and only a 2 count there. And Hansen, the big man, gets up. As now he goes to continue the pressure perhaps on Sin Cara. Now what is this? Oh my god! Not only connecting with that vicious knee strike to the head, but also Sin Cara, okay, his feet getting caught on that top rope. Jesus, that did not look good at all. As Hansen and Rowe now, oh god, speaking of vicious strikes with the knee again, this time by Rowe, right to the dome of Sin Cara. And no, Sin Cara kicks out somehow following those vicious strikes by the War Raiders. Okay, incredibly effective by the War Raiders. As now, Rowe, he gets up and immediately shows off that strength. Picks him up into the suplex. Oh, Sin Cara goes to turn around to make the tag to Kalisto. But Rowe stops him dead in his tracks. Kicks him in the stomach, perhaps. Now continuing the strikes, continuing the pressure. Throws him into the corner before, like a freight train, launching himself into Sin Cara. Okay, the elbow, and now, oh, the knee this time, connecting to Sin Cara. Okay, that trademark knee strike by Rowe, incredibly vicious. Oh, and speaking of vicious, a punch to Kalisto, and now perhaps thinking that this could be their chance. Perhaps they're thinking this could be their chance. As now, oh, and then he falls down hard. The back suplex, top rope, leg drop combination, and it's over. The War Raiders get the job done in what was one hell of a tag team fight. Okay, the War Raiders admittedly got most of the offense in this tag team matchup. However, okay, Kalisto and Sin Cara showed to be an impressive tag team unit nonetheless, but their high-flying antics just could not compete with the, oh my god, there you see the vicious knees, the vicious strikes, the incredible power, and then this, the incredible agility. Slow motion replay. There you see the big man ain't pulling that one. Okay, as he jumps from the top rope all the way onto the chest and then into the mat, caving him into the mat as the War Raiders here on Monday Night Raw, the tag team champions, get the job done. O'Reilly and Fish, I hope y'all are watching, because this is the team you're going to be competing against at No Mercy. There you see Sin Cara. Okay, he took the pinfall. He isn't feeling too good following that major loss. And wait a second, Kalisto. He looks to be a bit angry. Looks to be a bit frustrated. Okay, he realizes Sin Cara lost last week alongside Rey Mysterio. And now it seems as though Kalisto, seeing that Sin Cara took the L, took the pin. Kalisto, I mean, I get it. I I get it. And oh god, wait a second! Wait a second! AJ Styles, he's had enough! He's had enough of Tommaso Ciampa's words! Oh god, now it seems as though he's looking to shove the mouth of Ciampa with steel. The steel chairs! Tommaso Ciampa tries to fight back. Ciampa fights back now, and AJ Styles, okay, following, a horrendous loss to Dolph Ziggler at the start of the show. Okay, he's pissed off, he's angry. And it seems as though Tommaso Ciampa, with that vicious suplex connection on the concrete before throwing AJ Styles into the table. And now, Tommaso Ciampa isn't done. Okay, AJ Styles deciding to try and cheap attack him. Trying to assault him. However, it seems as though, considering the fact that AJ Styles, okay, he was weakened earlier tonight at the start of the show by not only Dolph Ziggler, but that man Tommaso Ciampa. Seems as though Tommaso Ciampa, okay, he's fresh, he doesn't have a match tonight. And he's looking to dish out punishment with the steel chair, and then again to the lower spine, and a third time for good measure. And oh, come on, really just wailing on AJ Styles with the steel chair. Well, AJ Styles, he tried to attack, he tried to get his revenge, but Tommaso Ciampa just stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, either way, though, we gotta move on now to some in-ring competition, not just backstage assaults, as it's Toni Storm taking on Shayna Baszler. Now, Toni Storm fought in an incredibly stiff and strike-heavy main event against Becky Lynch in New York at NXT TakeOver. But as you can tell by the lack of gold around her waist, Storm did not get the job done, okay? She was pinned 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring by Becky Lynch, okay? Just exhausted. She couldn't even hit the disarmor. Becky Lynch said, you know what? I'm gonna just slam you down with a rock bottom style move and just hope to God that you're done. Okay, both women exhausting themselves. Both women incredibly even throughout the entire fight. Okay, incredibly hard shots by both competitors. As now, it seems as though we're going to see another hard-hitting affair between Toni Storm and Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, of course, has been eyeing the Raw Women's title for the past few weeks, for the past few months even. Okay, she's been eyeing that title, and she's not only that, but she's also been eyeing Asuka, the woman who holds that Raw Women's title. Both women fighting at Backlash. Shayna Baszler couldn't get the job done then. And then jump a month later to Money in the Bank, where it seems as though fate would have them cross paths again. Shayna Baszler and Asuka both met in that women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And Shayna Baszler took that opportunity to get her frustrations out before the match even started, attacking Asuka during her entrance. Okay, so there's clearly a lot of bad blood between Baszler and Asuka. And right now, Shayna Baszler is looking to take out some of those frustrations on Toni Storm in what is set to be one hell of a match that I am very excited for. Okay, it's Toni Storm, the woman who lost that TakeOver, versus Baszler, the woman who lost that Backlash. Let's get into it. Oh, immediately sprints into that clothesline. However, she gets countered. And now there you see Shayna Baszler with the vicious strikes. The vicious strikes by Baszler. And now she ain't done. Okay, she hits her with the open palms. It looks like now she's hitting her with the vicious knees. As Toni Storm looks to be rocked. Okay, you got to be thinking that she is now 100% coming into this one following that incredible match, the main event of NXT TakeOver as Shayna Baszler showing her cocky attitude. And as soon as Storm tries to get up, she gets met with a running knee right to the skull. However, Toni Storm, she's trying to fight back now. She's trying to fight back, and oh my god, she does. Okay, a Roderick Strong-esque back suplex, turning her forward face first into the mat. However, it seems as though Toni Storm decides to fight back with that knee. Oh god, wait a second, but Shayna Baszler looks to catch her, but Toni Storm now catches her. What is this? Oh, turns it around. Oh wow, what an impressive pinfall predicament. No way, it doesn't get the job done. Okay, a roll-up pinfall there out of nowhere. Okay, dropping her face first before making her hand go chest first. The chest of Shayna Baszler. As Toni Storm now, following that open palm strike, it's all closed fists with that uppercut there, following the punch right to the skull. As now, oh god, she gets met with a kick to the stomach, perhaps trying to set up a superplex, perhaps, as Toni Storm now has her in the corner again. Her boot connecting with the chin of Shayna Baszler. Oh, as Baszler rolls to the outside, there you see her. Oh, and there you see Toni Storm perhaps taunting Shayna Baszler, saying, get back into this ring, I dare you. No, Baszler does with that right hand connection to the gut. However, Toni Storm is fighting back nonetheless. Throws her, out of the ring. As now, oh, wait a second, Shayna Baszler gets kicked right to the head by Toni Storm, launching herself towards the outside, meeting her there with the drop kick. However, Shayna Baszler is trying to fight back, launching her into the barricade. And now it seems as though Shayna Baszler is not done. She picks up Toni Storm. Oh god, and Storm just gets met with the solid steel of the post in the corner. As now Baszler, she's not done on the outside, looking to dish out even more punishment. As Storm looks to fight out of it, ladies and gentlemen. Storm, oh wait a second, runs back into the ring. And here we go, Toni Storm meeting her. As Shayna Baszler is not looking too good. Gets pushed into the corner now, here we go. As Storm runs up, and hits her with the running knees. The running knees connecting. Oh, got a stomp for good measure. As Toni Storm goes up to the middle turnbuckle and flies down hard with that splash connecting on Shayna Baszler. 2. No, and only a 2 count there. Shayna Baszler gets the shoulder up. As Toni Storm, she's got to continue the pressure. She's got to continue the fight. And perhaps that's exactly what she's looking to do. Perhaps going for the Storm 0. However, Shayna Baszler counters it. And now, with the strike combination, the deadly strike combination. And speaking of deadly, it looks like she's looking to incapacitate Toni Storm. Okay, Shayna Baszler's just got the hold locked in. The Kira Fuda clutch. She's got nowhere to go. Center of the ring. Is she going to tap? No, Toni Storm fights out of it. Storm fights out of it with a kick to the stomach and then a slap to the face for good measure. However, Shayna Baszler, okay, she ain't hitting no slap. She's hitting a boot to the side of the skull. But in the end, Toni Storm again gets the shoulder up, and Shayna Baszler's just getting furious. Okay, I think she thought that she had Toni Storm out for the count. As Toni Storm fires back. And now Shayna Baszler again rolls to the outside. Storm is saying, I ain't afraid of you. Get back in here. I dare you. Oh, God, and now look at this. The tables have turned. Shayna Baszler's now the one on the outside. As Toni Storm stands outside the ring, looking out towards Shayna Baszler, thinking what to do as Baszler decides to taunt the crowd. Toni Storm trying to shake off the punishment that she has received thus far in this matchup. However, Shayna Baszler looks to add more of that said punishment But back and forth we see these two women go. Middle of the ring as a slap to the face there. However, it seems as though the boot connects again, this time with the inner thigh of Toni Storm. But Storm tries to fire back, tries to fight back here with a punch to the stomach. Oh, but she gets met with a forearm strike, does Shayna Baszler. Incredibly back and forth, catching each other. Oh, God, and then a punch right to the head again. As now Baszler, what is this? Oh, gets dropped onto the knees. Stomach first onto the knees of Toni Storm. As Storm might be thinking that she looks to have the victory here, however, Baszler fires back with a knee strike of her own, this time towards the side of the stomach. And here we go, Baszler, that dangerous amount of strength being put on display as it connects. The double gut wrench connecting. And Shayna Baszler, her cocky attitude once again being put on display as Toni Storm gets up. Oh, and fires back with the knee strike. And now drops her face first. Toni Storm now looking to fire back with a few more strikes. But Baszler catches her, pushes her off, kicks her in the stomach. And oh God, this isn't looking good for Storm as she gets dropped down. She gets dropped down. Storm, she's down middle of the ring. She's got nowhere to go. And she taps. And she taps. As Shayna Baszler gets the job done here tonight on Toni Storm. What a fight we just witnessed. Okay, incredibly dangerous between both women. Okay, Storm launching herself to the outside before Shayna Baszler launches her into that corner post. And then Baszler looked to have her finish there with the first Kirifuda clutch. But in the end, it took one more to get the job done. Toni Storm, if she hit one, Storm 0, it could have been over. As Shayna Baszler, now that it is over, seems to have a microphone in her hand. What does she have to say? Well, Shayna Baszler sends out the challenge. Baszler wants to fight. She wants to fight. And I think she's gonna get it. Shayna Baszler versus Asuka 2, and I am so incredibly excited for that one. However, that's at No Mercy. Let's talk about next week. It's gonna be AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler in a bit of a rematch. Because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, earlier on, kind of got a bit ruined, didn't it? It did get a bit ruined by Tommaso Ciampa. However, hopefully it won't get ruined then. And speaking of Tommaso Ciampa, he's going to be in action as well, as he is set to face the #1 contender for the Universal title, Seth Rollins. However, I'll let Seth Rollins explain what I mean by him being #1 contender, as backstage he has something to say. Well, I mean, I already kind of heard from King Booker that Seth Rollins is going to be fighting for the Universal title, but I did not expect him to announce a whole Iron Man match. I mean, sure, I'll admit, personally, I think their match, Finn versus Seth, Money in the Bank, was perhaps one of the best matches I've seen in quite some time here in the WWE. However, it looks like we're going to be getting that and then some, because at No Mercy, we're going to have a freaking Iron Man match. Well, I can't wait to see that, just like I can't wait to see this next encounter as the Brock Lesnar Open Challenge is officially back here tonight in our main event of the evening. Okay, Brock Lesnar, he made an open challenge a few weeks ago to anybody for them to come down to the ring and try to face him. The man who answered was NXT's Ricochet. Gave him a massive platform. And tonight we're going to be seeing who will be taking this opportunity, this massive platform, to answer the challenge again. Who will be facing Brock Lesnar in just a few moments in this open challenge. Anybody from Raw, anybody from SmackDown, anybody from NXT, anybody from the Indies, anybody from any other freaking company in pro wrestling today can answer the challenge. And wait a second. AJ Styles? What? Okay. I'm sorry that you just might have heard the squeak of my chair as I fall back in disbelief, but AJ Styles, you can see him, he's even bandaged up. What in the hell is he doing out here? Okay, AJ Styles already had a match earlier tonight, but not only that, he also brawled against Ciampa backstage. Yeah, he still wants to fight against Brock Lesnar? I mean, on a base level, I kind of get it. If you want to show how tough you are, why not go up to the biggest guy in the roster and show what you can do? But still, like, you do that when you're 100%. You don't do that when you're, you know, bandaged up, quite literally. I mean, is he even thinking straight right now? Can someone please come down here and talk some sense into AJ Styles? I mean, this isn't him going up against, you know, Hornswoggle. This isn't him going up against a nobody. He's going up against Brock Lesnar, and it seems as though the bell has rung, and it's AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar talking a bit of shit to him, as now, wait a second, AJ Styles hits him with the Enziguri, and Styles, oh god, wait a second, AJ, phenomenal forearm on Brock Lesnar! As Paul Heyman watches, no, and only a one count. Only a one count on Brock Lesnar. He gets the shoulder up AJ Styles with the phenomenal forearm right out of the gate. And it looks like he wants another. It looks like he wants to hit another one. As now he goes up top, a phenomenal forearm. But no, he just collapses. He just collapses into the middle of the ring. Okay, AJ Styles, you're beaten up, you're hurt. You shouldn't have come out here. It's Brock Lesnar with the F5 connects. 2, 3. Well, Brock Lesnar, I mean, in quite easy fashion, just defeated AJ Styles. There you see the replay, slow motion. Bam, but it doesn't do it justice. The F5 connects. Okay, AJ Styles, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know if you had a point to prove there, but Brock Lesnar just proved why he is one of the baddest men in the WWE. As we conclude this episode of Monday Night Raw, thank you very much for watching this massacre